How you guys doing? Again, this is Stan Banks from T-Shirt Sauce here today, and I'm bringing you guys a video on the experience that I had with one of the t-shirt fulfillment companies. Not to say don't use fulfillment companies, but it is to say that you have to do your homework and place orders beforehand. And in this case, I did place a couple of test orders with a bunch of different things just to see how the shirts came out, and they came out great. They shipped out in 2 days as promised, but later on down the line, I had a big order that I made this design for. It was for DTG shirts. It was from a woman who passed away, a college student, for her memorial a year after she died in a car accident. So what ended up happening was, her mother came and I made this great design that embodied everything that had to do with her, and it just was better to be printed with using DTG. So I ordered these shirts and the company advertised a 2-day turnaround. I expected the same thing, and they'll ship and get here, but it was late. All right, and moral of the story is, I was calling and talking to a guy, and he was being real helpful in the beginning, and then when it came down to the order actually not arriving to me, he became nasty. Like, it's not his problem, it's shipping's problem, it's all this other stuff. So again, I didn't use the company, and they've recently emailed me, which prompted me to do this video. They recently emailed me a bill for $700, and I emailed them back kindly and said, hey, you want these shirts back? They were late. I'm not paying for late shirts. And I haven't received any response from them. And it's a shame because their service was really, really good. The prices were really good, something that we all would be able to use, but I just can't recommend this company, which is why I won't disclose who this company is for the most part. So I have made this great design here for this woman, and it was actually, it's nice and big the way I wanted it. The colors came out fine. Everything comes out great on the shirts. But again, they were just freaking late. And I have a box of over 50 shirts that pretty much can't be used. So I'm about to actually dump them in our rag bin. But I have all of these shirts that will never be used because the company was late. So what I had to end up doing is I lost over $700 on this job because I had to actually go out and print, order more shirts. I had to print transfers from a friend because at this time I wasn't necessarily doing transfers. So I had to print transfers, and I spent overnight making these shirts for this girl and for her mother, so that I could actually deliver on what I asked. So just imagine, it's one thing to be late with a job, but just imagine there's a memorial for somebody and you don't have the product to deliver, and that's like time sensitive, pretty much. So again, whatever companies you use, but for whatever it is, first thing I recommend is that you have multiple companies that do the same thing. If it's transfers, have 2 or 3 transfer companies. If it's direct-to-garment companies, have 2 or 3. And also know how to do whatever you're doing yourself if it's possible. So some things you can't do, but just make sure you have a few options as to getting the job done that you're being paid to do, just in case something doesn't go right with one company or one another. Then you can go to another company, or vice versa. That comes with artwork and everything. All right. Then secondly, just make sure that you go through and place some sample orders so you know what you're getting, and then hold them companies accountable. As you guys know, I'm a big preacher in good customer service, and I had good customer service in this case all the way up to the point that they were late and they wouldn't arrive in time. So this has been Stan Banks. Just hope you guys can learn from this lesson. Happy printing.